Okay. Hi, this is Ice Blue 333. Currently, it is August the 3rd, 2025. Okay, I just noticed something, and it's kind of huge. I mean, everything I say is kind of huge, but this is kind of huge. On the 31st of July, I was expecting something bigger. Yes, Hillary Clinton, it was announced that Chuck Grassley and I think the rest of the DOJ and them, the FBI, they found documents that reportedly incriminated Hillary Clinton in regards to uh, unleashing the Russia hoax and the Russia collusion hoax on Donald Trump. I mean, saying that he actually was a part of it or whatever. Um, that was a very big find in regards to astrology. But I said in my video that I made on July the 7th, 2025. It was on July the 20th. I mean July the 7th, 2025, and I think July 8th, 2025. I said that Bill Clinton's problems, they started after the release of the Star Report, and that astrology has not hit yet. I said that the Monica Lewinsky scandal, it happened on January 26, 1998, and the progression that lined up with that was it hit on July 5th, 2025, and I think that progression was, let me see here. It was when Bill Clinton, his progressed moon opposed his ascendant. And so and that's when Donald Trump, well, that's when, not Donald Trump, that's when the DOJ, they released the the memo saying that Epstein did in fact kill himself, and that Epstein did not have a client list. And so days went by, and I think that on July the 13th or the 14th, uh let's see here what happened. I think that Elmo's account was hacked, and he said, where's the Epstein list or whatever, and we want the Epstein. He demanded the Epstein list, and also I think that what's his name, Sean Ryan, he released a video with when he interviewed Gavin Newsom. So I saw that on the 17th of July, Donald Trump, he had a progression to, I think, his Uranus. One of it is either his progressed or his natal. What I didn't notice and what I didn't think to look at was Elon Musk. I didn't look at his chart. Come to find out that on July the 13th, Elon Musk had a progression to his Saturn. And so I think maybe he actually did expect the Epstein list to come out around that time. Just saying. And so I think something went wrong. Maybe Trump, he knew that Sean Ryan was going to release that Gavin Newsom interview, and he was like, no, these people will never learn their lesson. If we release this Epstein list now, somehow the news is going to smooth it over, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So maybe because I looked at the astrology for what's for us to come. It looks insane. I said that, and as I said from the beginning, that Hillary Clinton, she's done. She is done. Bill Clinton, his progressed Uranus is going to conjoin his progressed Uranus on October 11th, 2025, and I think Joni Patry, the astrologer Joni Patry, she just released a video in regards to Ghislaine Maxwell, and she also gave Ghislaine Maxwell's birth information in that video. I got it, and what I noticed is that Ghislaine Maxwell, around I think December of this year. Let me see here. Yeah, around December of this year, Ghislaine Maxwell, her progressed Pluto is going to trine her natal Mercury. So this progressed Pluto is like one of the slowest moving planets. just like Uranus. So this was fated from the beginning. But it's shown that Ghislaine Maxwell is going to say something that's, yeah, explosive, like Pluto. Pluto's explosive. And so everything right now that we see, it could just be that it's Donald Trump. He's just sitting back and he's like, they're going to say this about me. 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 And he's just sitting back there watching. And he's like, yep. Mm-hmm. And then and like when all that when it's like at the climax or whatever, he could flip it and be like, actually, it was Bill Clinton this entire time that did such and such and such and such and such. And so, because like I said, the Star Report, it wasn't it didn't come out until months after Bill Clinton denied having sexual relations with Monica Lewinsky. So and still Bill Clinton, he still may not even, he may get off somehow, some way, because I think it's a cycle, but maybe he will be incriminated. But you know, Diddy, when they said that Diddy maybe was involved inside of the Tupac situation, he got off. And so now there's another situation with I think Cassie, and it looks like he might get off in a better way than a regular citizen may. And so the same thing may happen with Bill Clinton, where he gets off, but Trump's gonna hold on. He's gonna hold on to that chaos, because this is an election cycle. And also, Gavin Newsom, I think this month, August, it's a how do I say this? It's an eventful month for Gavin Newsom, because I'm talking about August 2025. Because this man, his chart, it just starts going erratic. It's like it looks good, but in the end, it may not play out in his favor. So let me try to find a date real quick. I'm all the way back in July now. So let's see here. So today is August the 3rd, 2025. And I said that Pete Hegseth, his progressed moon will conjoin his progressed Uranus. And it's going to be just a shocking day for him. And when I say progressions, I say pretty much things can happen days before or days after. It's just around this date where events just tend to happen. So Ghislaine Maxwell, Joni Patrice, she released her birth time. It seems that Ghislaine Maxwell, on August the 6th, 2025, her progressed moon was square her natal Chiron. And it just means that there's a fated job that she has to do. But understand that her progressed Pluto is currently trine her natal Mercury. So she's going to say something that's explosive. And it could be, and Pluto is in regards to sex too, and sex scandals. And it may hit around December 5th, 2025, but this is a slow moving planet. We should be feeling it now, which we are. And you see it. But let's see here. So, like I said, on the 6th of Jesus, this phone, the screen, it just X. Let me pause real quick. Okay. So, like I was saying about Ghislaine Maxwell, on August the 6th, her progressed moon will square her natal Chiron. And that just means she has a job to do, and she may just give some explosive information. But August the 6th isn't like, it's not the huge date, I don't think. Well, I mean, it is, but it is a huge date. Let me stop. Let me say this correctly, because after August the 6th, it's like a lot of things change. So let's see here. On August the 9th, there will be a full moon. And transit Mars will oppose the Neptune-Saturn conjunction in Aries. Okay. Let's see here. Also on August the 9th, Bill Clinton, his progressed moon will oppose his natal Neptune. I don't know what that means. I don't really deal with Neptune too much, but we will see what happens. But I've been, for this, my whole point, Gavin Newsom, on August the 9th, 2025, his progressed moon will aspect his natal nodes. And that just means that it's just a fated event for him. And on August the 10th, 2025, Kamala Harris, her progressed moon will quincunx her natal nodes. And it just means that it's a fated event. Something fated happens around this time. Also around August 10th, 2025, Usher Vance, her progressed moon will trine her natal Venus. And around this time also, on August 10th, 2025, Elon Musk, his progressed sun will square his natal Jupiter. Okay? And so I think on August the 11th, 2025, Ghislaine Maxwell is supposed to be subpoenaed to testify on this date, I think, on August 11th, 2025. And on the same day, transit Jupiter and transit Venus will conjoin in the sky. And then later on August the 13th, 2025, for Gavin Newsom, his progressed moon will oppose his natal Jupiter. And so that's going to be a great day for him. So maybe something that Ghislaine Maxwell says or does is going to come off lucky for him initially. And for a good while too. But anyway, so I think that on August the 15th, 2025, Chuck Schumer, well, no, all the way back on July 29th, 2025, Chuck Schumer, he got, I believe he got with 5 other senators or whatever. And so he made a statement. He said that by August 15th, 2025, he invoked the Rule of 5 federal law. And it says that when 5 senators on the Homeland Security of Government Affairs Committee called on the executive branch to release investigative documents, they must comply. And he wants to obtain the full and complete Epstein files. And he says that he should have those by August the 15th, 2025. We will see. So on August 16th, 2025, Hunter Biden, his progressed moon will square his natal Jupiter. August 16th, 2025. So that means that something good should happen for Hunter Biden. On August 17th, 2025, Gavin Newsom, his progressed Venus will change signs and go into Scorpio. I believe his 3rd Lord ruler. Not sure about that, but his progressed Venus changes signs. Let's see here. On August 20th, 2025, Obama, his progressed moon will trine his progressed Jupiter. And that just means that something good should happen with Obama too. So whatever this Ghislaine Maxwell testimony is, it seems like it's good for the Democrats. So let's see here. It's like it's great. Like something goes good for the Democrats, or it goes in their favor. Whatever her testimony is, for the Democrats, it seems like it goes good for them. For them. So on August 23rd, 2025, there'll be a new moon. And this new moon will not be exactly conjunct Donald Trump's ascendant, but it's going to be very, very close to his ascendant. And I think that whatever Ghislaine Maxwell says, is going to probably tick off a lot of people in regards to his circle. And so let's see here. So on August 24th, 2025, for Gavin Newsom, his progressed moon will aspect his progressed Uranus. And that just means something shocking happens. So that's why I said, like, Donald Trump, his base could probably revolt or something like that. I don't know. Maybe not revolt, but they could just be upset about something, because all these Democrats are happy. They're like, they're happy. But on August 24th, Gavin Newsom, he's shocked about something. So on August 29th, 2025, for Bill Clinton, his progressed moon will square his natal Mercury. So that means that maybe he might say something or do something, or he may hear some news. Good or bad, I don't know. So let's see here. On September 1st, 2025, transiting Saturn in the sky will change signs Let's see here. I think it's retrograding, so it's going to go back into Pisces. So things may go back to how they were. So let's see here. In regards to, I guess, democratic rule and all, policy, I don't know. Just things may go back to how they were temporarily or normalized in regards to what the Democrats may perceive. So that's September 1st, 2025, when transiting Saturn changes signs. On September 2nd, 2025, J.D. Vance, he will have a bad day. His progressed moon will make an aspect to Mars. And that's September 2nd, 2025. On September 5th, 2025, Usher Vance, she will have a bad day. Her progressed moon will make an aspect to her Mars. So they both are having a bad day around that time, the Vance family. On September 4th, 2025, Pete Hegseth, his progressed moon will make an aspect to Uranus. And it's just shock. Something shocking happens with Pete Hegseth as well. And so on September 5th, 2025, Kamala Harris, she would hear some very good news. Her progressed Mercury will quincunx her natal Jupiter. And that's September 5th, 2025. So let's see here. I'm not going to talk about transits right now. I just do progressions. But I will talk about the transiting full moon. So on September 7th, 2025, there'll be a full moon in Pisces. So let's see here. On September 9th, 2025, Hunter Biden, his progressed moon will trine his progressed Uranus. Something shocking happens with Hunter Biden on September 9th, 2025. On September 10th, 2025, Hunter Biden, his progressed moon will aspect his progressed Chiron. And that means that he will have a job to do. He will have to do something. It's a job. So let's see here. On September 11th, 2025, for Chuck Schumer, his progressed moon will oppose his progressed Pluto. I'm not very, very good with these outer planets, so something just could come up with Chuck Schumer this day on September 11th, 2025. I'm not going to talk about transits, and we're going to do progressions. Okay, and then so on September 18th, 2025, for Chuck Schumer again, his progressed ascendant will conjoin his natal moon. And so I don't usually use progressed ascendant, but maybe something could happen that he's emotional about. September 18th, 2025. Okay, so on September 20th, 2025, for Pete Hegseth, his progressed moon will sextile his progressed Saturn. And that just means he's going to have a bad day. Okay, so next. For Hillary Clinton, I will talk about this transit because it's very important. For Hillary Clinton, on September 20th, 2025, transiting Saturn will conjoin Hillary Clinton's natal moon. And that just means that she will have, it could be a depressing day for her. And see, this happened, I believe, on, I forgot the date. All I know is that Joe Biden, he had an interview on The View. I think that was probably June the 8th. I don't want to get my dates wrong because I'm recording and I can't see the pictures. But she had the same transit, and I think that Joe Biden he had this interview on The View, and it just made him look kind of bad. So, and also I think Bill Clinton, he also had an interview on The View the next day or the day before, and with what's coming up in regards to Bill Clinton in October, man. So, yeah. So that's a transit. And so the big thing that happens on September 23rd, 2025, Donald Trump. I said that he might flip it on everybody. He may let everybody think that everything's back to normal. Everything's sweet. On September 23rd, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed Mars will conjoin his natal Chiron. And either he could do something or something could happen to him that's bad, but it means he has a job to do when his progressed Mars conjoins his natal Chiron. And so it's a job that must be done. And so maybe this is the day where Donald Trump could flip it on everybody and be like, nah, all y'all asses going to jail. Because on September 25th, 2025, for Gavin Newsom, his progressed moon changes signs and it goes into Pisces. And then let's see here, on September 26th, 2025, for Barron Trump, I don't know if his birth time is correct or not, but his progressed moon will sextile his progressed Mars. So Barron Trump may be angry around this time. I don't know if I had the correct birth time or not for him, but it is what it is. And then on September 26, 2025, for Bill Clinton, his progressed moon will trine his Saturn. And that's a bad day for him. Let me see here. And so I'm not going to talk about transits for now. So on September 28th, 2025, for Gavin Newsom, his progressed moon will aspect his progressed Uranus. And that he could just partner up with somebody. And on October 1st, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed moon will aspect his progressed Chiron. And that just means he has a job to do. Donald Trump. While this is all the while his progressed Mars is aspecting his Chiron. It's a bad job. Like, it's like something has to be done. And so let's see here, on October 2nd, 2025, for Pete Hegseth, his progressed moon will aspect his natal nodes. That just means it's a fated event. And let's see here, on October 5th, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed sign will have an 11th aspect to his natal Mercury. And on, that's interesting though. But for Bill Clinton, on October 5th, 2025, his progressed moon will quincunx his progressed Jupiter. Something could happen where he's just lucky. But on October 11th, 2025, Bill Clinton, his progressed Uranus, is going to conjoin his natal Uranus. And then on October 12th, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed moon will aspect his natal node. So it's like a another fated event. And then for Hunter Biden on October 17th, 2025, for Hunter Biden, his progressed moon will aspect his natal Mars. He'll be upset about something or mad about something. And for Bill Clinton on October 20th, 2025, his progressed moon will oppose his progressed Neptune. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't use outer planets that much, but I don't know. On October 21st, 2025, for Hunter Biden, his progressed moon will square his progressed Saturn. Something bad will happen. Should happen with Hunter Biden that day. On October 22nd, 2025, for Chuck Schumer, his progressed moon will square his natal moon. It just means it may be an emotional day for Chuck Schumer. On October 22nd, 2025, transit Neptune changes signs. I don't know if it's going into Aries or back into Pisces. I don't know. So I just know it changes signs that day. Let's see here, on October 26, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed moon will aspect his natal moon. It just may mean that it may be a fated emotional day for Donald Trump. It depends on what his moon rules inside of his chart. His moon rules his 12th house, so it could be an emotional day for his hidden enemies. Let me see here, what else? So let's see here, on October 30th, 2025, for Hunter Biden, his progressed moon will trine his natal Uranus. And I think I want to stop there. Well, no. I want to say these last two. So on November 5th, 2025, for Chuck Schumer, his progressed moon will aspect his nodes, so it's a fated event for Chuck Schumer. And also on the same day, on November 5th, 2025, for Donald Trump, his progressed moon will aspect his progressed Uranus. And something shocking happened to Donald Trump on that day, on November 5th, 2025. And lastly, I think I want to stop here. Transiting Uranus changes signs on November 7th, 2025. So, yeah. This is all to say that this year is just going to be insane. insane. So we will see what comes up with this. We may either get the Epstein list, but it's going to come with a lot of drama and chaos, or we may not get the Epstein list and people just maybe revolt. I don't know. But those are the progressions or whatever that, so as far as I can see for now. Yeah. What was I saying? I was writing things down, and what threw me off because I had a whole nother mindset in regards to what was going to happen. And when I saw that on the 13th, Elon Musk his progressed on the 13th of July, and all the stuff was going on with Elmo, and Elon Musk was saying give us the Epstein list, and like it's like we expected it. I expected it, and it was like no. I think maybe either Sean Ryan, he released that Gavin Newsom interview, and it ticked off Donald Trump, or I don't know. But let's see here. Another thing, because I think I started this whole video talking about the Star Report. And I went down the whole dang transit list or whatever. I mean the progression list or whatever. I didn't even include the transits. That'll take an even longer time. But I say all this to say that I haven't even gotten started to the dates of when the Star Report was released. The Star Report was released on September 9th, 1998. And the next time that progression is going to hit for Bill Clinton is going to be on January 16th, 2026. And yeah. Like this extends, it may extend even to, like I said, 2026. And let's see here. In regards to Hillary Clinton, the Star Report was not shown inside of her chart until September 17th, 1998. And see, the Star Report was released on September 9th, 1998. And the aspect inside of her chart that was shown there for Hillary Clinton was her progressed moon aspect of her natal Chiron. And for Bill Clinton, what was shown inside of his chart was his progressed moon sextile his progressed nodes, and that happened on September 14th, 1998. And the Star Report came out on September 9th, 1998. And that's not even to say when the progressions for Bill Clinton's impeachment, when those progressions hit, and that was even further. So it could be later on inside of 2026 when we could see some more stuff. So it's like what's about to go down is going to be insane. It's like I think Trump said this, and he was having a speech. It was in regards to, it was a religious setting. That's all I can say for now, because I can't, like I said, I can't look at my pictures and etc. But whatever. He was in a religious setting, and he made a few statements. He said that the last the people that were in charge during this last presidential period or whatever, they constantly investigated me. He said I was investigated more than Al Capone, or a drug dealer, the drug kingpin. He said I think I was the most investigated person in presidential history. So I think that Donald Trump is going to let this drag on. And then when you think that you are just so dead set on it being Donald Trump, he's going to flip it on you. He's going to flip it on you so hard that you're going to be like, your pearl necklace is gone. clutching your pearls is he snatched your pearls. You know when I said that I made a quote. I said that I forgot it now. I'll probably put a this is probably the only pictures I want to put inside this video, because I'm tired of I'm using the phone to make these videos. And so it takes a lot of time to insert pictures into these videos. But I want to add that picture where I said that Donald Trump, he whizzed inside of the faces of his enemies. I was serious, but I thought that it was gonna be sooner. Donald Trump may let this stuff drag on out to the point where it's like everybody's like, yes, we knew that this man was as a matter of fact, impeach him. As a matter of fact, I did say that on I think it was July the 17th, 2025, Donald Trump, he had a progressed aspect to his Uranus. And I think I said before that maybe I said it, maybe I didn't. I think I said it inside of an email to somebody who emailed me. The last time that Donald Trump had that progressed aspect to his nodes, I think they tried to impeach. No, it's not a progressed aspect. I'm sorry. There was a progressed aspect to his inside of his chart on July the 17th to 18th. But no, I'm referring to, I believe that there was an astrological aspect. I'm sorry, it happened inside of his chart. And the Democrats, they tried to impeach him around that time, and it hit on this. I think whatever it hit in 2020 and 2021. I say all this to say that they may try to impeach Donald Trump again. And right when they do it, Trump may flip it on him and say, "Oh, you thought it was me? It was me that said this entire time." Actually, no. It's these individuals. It may not just be Bill Clinton. That's a guess. That's just one situation. That's just one way that this can play out. So all I'm saying is that something shocking is about to happen. You're gonna think that something is one way this for a long period of time, and it can flip into a whole nother situation that you're like, you're gonna see things so clearly, you're gonna wish you was blind. You're gonna see things so clearly, they're gonna have a 2020. They're gonna invent a new type of vision for this. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be better than crystal clear. You gonna wish you was. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop it right there because I may sound a little crazy, and I'm gonna dread adding pictures to this video. I may not, because whatever. And I mean, if you notice, all my other predictions came true. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'll make another video. I was when I started this video, I was gonna make a conspiracy theory video, and I was gonna try to make it funny too. And then I found that inside of Elon Musk's chart on July 13th, he had a progressed aspect to his Saturn. Something happened. Something didn't go. Something did not go Elon Musk's way, or a way that he thought that there was one, and it threw me to a whole nother perspective. And so I'm like, they ticked off the wrong. In regards to Donald Trump, they ticked off the wrong one. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here. I might not end up pictures to this video.